Greetings. Okay, this is going to go to Patreon. It's going to go to YouTube. I'll go Patreon first. So, greetings. So this is, I'm not sure how I'm going to go about this. Maybe I won't put it on live, publicly, but we'll see. I wanted to, I guess, recent events occurred God. Yeah, I kept getting the message Another Day in Paradise, and then I saw the song. So there must be something going on. A bit about channeling, and this isn't what it's cracked up to be. Basically, uh, basically bringing in alien energies isn't all. Some of us are brought here for certain missions, to be unconventional. I guess that's a good word for it. Live an unstructured life outside the matrix. Outside of matrix is basically people getting married, the regular job situation, the regular structure of reality. Some of us are outside of it completely. I would say now obviously there's many out there, but myself, Neutron, Retro, definitely on that. Of course there are others, but I'm just gonna use that for example. Basically our living structures aren't the same, aren't factors are the same, but aren't your traditional, maybe not the most comfortable situations or whatever it might be. Like, I'll use myself for example. For the most part, I have to whatever my full mission is. I know it's about bringing in the aliens, but it's got to be more to it than that. But they're not giving me full details of it. And usually I concentrate more on myself than I connect to. I don't get like when I'm done doing channeling, I don't just keep on connecting to aliens all day long. I don't do that. I just live my life the best I can. Do creative stuff. And eventually, the creative stuff's going to be put on my Patreon, and then I'll make live eventually. I'll figure that out. I'm in the early structure of 2 new projects. I'm probably just going to go ahead with them both. One of them definitely is the sci-fi one. I have a fantasy one that, either way. So, basically, a life structure of doing something like this, is not having. Let's see. Go to like lifestyle isn't the same. Like for the majority, I know some people are gonna be like, "What are you talking about?" Meaning that, like, how I word it, like you kind of like living situation. I mean, my living situation isn't the best. A lot of times I dread being coming home. So, uh, family energies that are here, and because my financial situation isn't the best, so kind of is health situation of family too. So, but it's not exactly, it's not fun. Let's put it that way. So it's hard. So a lot of times I dread coming home, basically. So, but one thing that's nice is that it's not perfect, but it could be far worse, of course, but it could be a lot better too. I have that. Work situation is not the greatest. I mean, I don't care about my job, to be honest with you. Um, I try to. I do as much as I can to care. That's hard to do when you don't care. My heart is nowhere near it, and it sucks. So I'm always screwing up, and I zoning out, and it gets me back many times. So it's not fun, and especially I'm surprised that place is still around actually. So I guess the universe is keeping it around as much as it can. But the nice thing about this is that I'm not too far from work, so I can come here, do this channeling real quick, and get back there. So I live like 5 minutes away from work if I drove, so that's not too bad. So it has like little areas where it works. So pain in the ass. But who needs comfort? So yeah, it's just it's not the best situation. like I said, it could be better. But obviously, in that situation, gives me drive, pushes me to do what I'm doing. So, push me to do this alien connections and just a drive to get out of this situation. Like relationship energies aren't, there was never good ever. Personal relationship, like your romantic world, I never really had any of that. So that's always been kind of non-existent here and there. So it's like you're like exempt from a traditional sense of reality, or not to say doing all. I mean, all this is like you're kind of outside the planet. Not to say it's all that bad in that regard, because you have to deal with all the drama and all the nonsense of it. But also, it feels like, why am I even here? It's like, and most of the time, I don't really enjoy much of what this world has to offer either. And I don't think I'm alone on that. I mean, to be perfectly honest, I mean, some of us come from, like, my origins, at least in this universe, comes from war lifetimes only because nobody can do it or nobody wanted to do it or whatever it might be. Like the Genghis Kong of space. Uh, Obviously, there's some positives too. It wasn't all bad, but sometimes some of us incarnated those, because no one else can, or nobody wants to, or whatever it might be, and some of us are doing jobs that people don't want to do. And coming into this world, I mean, I felt a lot like I didn't have to come here, but it would help. But it's like, what are you thinking? It's like, yeah, I don't freaking mind. So, I mean, this world is so structured, so backward. Obviously, it makes you want to hear, we can go crazy. So, I mean, when you have like what tradition, people have families, and I mean, I don't know if family sucks, but you still have it. You still have the job and all of that. And a lot of us are outsiders outside of everything and just kind of like ghosts. I mean, I can say most of my life I felt like a ghost. Felt like I wasn't even here. I mean, yeah, I had a job that, well, currently one, but it was just like all I had was my job, and that was it. And I kind of freaking hated it. So yeah, it's like, and then the channeling came in. So it's like, as soon as I channeled the first being, I knew this is my direction. I just knew exactly what to do. And from like, what, 20 years of nowhere, so, or 30 years if you want to look at 40 years of nowhere, however you want to look at it. But even doing this, I mean, it's like you finally find your direction, and you find it's like, what the hell was I thinking? So, I mean, you channel the aliens, bringing them in, they don't show up. It's like, great. So it's like, what do I do now? So like, do the creative stuff that the universe is allowing to come in. I would say finally, I got the rabbit, which is helping me. Gives me some comedy. But I have other creative uh, works that are, when you have lifetimes that are hell, creativity is a way to get out of your system. Because it's one way of doing it. Because there's music, there's all different things. But because I've had a project we're working on for 20 years, and finally got this the Android story. I'm gonna put that. I'm gonna say something about that eventually. I'm working towards it. I have a fantasy one too that I'm just gonna just pile it all on. Why not, right? Because like now's the right time. It's just I'm looking for a change. I need something. Yeah, that's the thing. You want change. We don't get the change that you're looking for, and you get wear down. Get worn down, you get worn down. It's like you're channeling aliens, it's great and everything. They have flip flops that fly around in space, it's great. So what? It's like, what are you guys doing for what did you do for us today? Obviously, our infrastructure of mentality, the mind of this world is still kind of backward, or whatever you want to call it, or archon manipulated, or whatever it is. It gets old, it gets tiring. Channeling's good. I mean, I'm not tired of channeling, but you get tired of nothing happening, you can say. Of course, creativity wise, things have opened up finally. Personal life has opened up a little bit, where that's been a hollow existence for a very long time. So yeah, you almost feel like, I mean, most of my life, I guess, I felt like a ghost. I felt like I didn't exist. When the channeling came in, things finally started to fit in. Nothing ever freaking worked. This seems to be working, I guess. sort of. But some of us come from a hard lifetimes of, we're not gonna be all cake and ice cream for everybody. People want us to be all superficial, all that positive bullshit. A lot of that's fake anyway. It's like, you gotta be yourself. A lot of us have just been through some shit. It's like, and you can't always explain it through karma. We've been through, a lot of us, I'm not the only one, but a lot of us have just been through some shit we don't remember. A lot. I mean, I've had like what, a 10-year desert period. Nothing happened. I mean, I had work, but that was about it. So you get up, go to work, and try to find something that interests you, and nothing interests. I mean, creativity, what it did, but that was a lot of that was blocked. Because once again, I get like, it's not the time yet, yada yada yada. So it's like, it's kind of like, because you can drive yourself insane, basically. So it's like it's hard to describe all this, but oh, that was the other thing. I mean, some of us live where we don't want to live in Florida. I live in Florida. I don't want to live in Florida. I'd rather live in California. I feel there's more opportunity there. I know it's not perfect, but it feels like that's where things are going to happen, creative wise, and whatever it might be. California, if you don't get burned down, it's all right. It's just California's always been, even way before I started channeling, it's always been a place I saw myself at. Of course, that hasn't happened yet, but Florida, for me, I mean, like the town I live in, it's like I'm so over this place. I've lived here forever. For most of my life, I was in Orlando for a little bit. And when you live in a place forever, you don't care about it. I mean, I dread the weekends a lot of times. I'm so tired of seeing the same shit. I've been to all these places. I'm so tired of it. I'm sick of it. I can't take it. It's like, I don't know what else to do. It's like, you get so burned out from a place. It's like, I just keep going the same. I mean, it just like, you know, yeah, you're over it, whatever it is, burned out, whatever word that is. I mean, obviously there's positives there somewhere, but you get so sick of it. It's like, I'm glad nature's having a great day. Good for them. Some of us are like, that's good. So that's why going to Orlando helps. I know it's not perfect. Going to the parks helps because I give a finger to Disney and all that. It's like Illuminati town, but either way, it's just something different. I mean, if I live somewhere different, that would be. I mean, if I moved like 2 years ago somewhere else, I'm probably still getting used to it. I've been here forever. I'm going to lose my freaking mind. So that's why traveling and going to Disney kind of keeps my sanity. So it's like it's like there's nothing here that makes me happy at all. It's like I could care fucking less about it. We can be hit by 1,000 floods and just half of St. Pete can go underwater. It's like good. Finally, something changed. I still won't care. So it's like, I don't know. I hate to be like that, but it's true. It's like you've been in a place so freaking long, and this place has been yuppified so much that I have absolutely no interest in it. It's hard. It's hard being part of this. It's being negative, yada yada yada. It's like, you know what? I mean, if you're superficial, you'll fit right in this place. There's a lot of superficial shit over here, and it'll go great. But if you're not like that, and you want to be real, you're not gonna last very long. So, I mean, sometimes I come off a little bit like heavy, I guess. Well, it has to do with the lifetimes and shit. So, not like I'm here to start a war or anything like that, but anyway, it's just, I don't know, man. I mean, just channel. I mean, the guides, the spirits want me here, and it's hard. It sucks. So, yeah, you get burned out. You're not fun. You're just sort of you survive it. I'm not alone in all that. Far from it. But try not to go crazy. But yeah, there's all this channeling stuff. I mean, there's other channelers that are like cult leaders and stuff. More power to them. I get involved with that. I guess the grass is greener over there, and that's great. But this is, I mean, like my position. Others the same too. It's like I just don't give a shit about mainstream reality at all. And that's what makes it so easy to bring in something new. And bringing the aliens can basically show up at any time. But humanity is so backward and never wants, I mean, it's never wanted to change at all. So it's a pain in the ass. So I'm trying to focus on that. Actually, I don't focus on it at all. I mean, yeah, you're trying to divert your attention from going crazy, basically. I mean, serious. It's like you can go. I mean, channeling is great and everything, but when you see no movement from the aliens and nothing, and creativity wise, the universe, the spirit guides keep blocking stuff and say patience, patience, patience. It's like, you get kind of tired of all this patience shit. It's like, they're flying around doing nothing all day. Why don't they come here and live this? I don't think they'll survive it. That was the other thing about the guides. I don't think a lot of them know what the fuck they're doing, to be honest with you. I know it may be a little bit harsh. I mean, they know, like, which door to take. Don't take, you have A and B. They say take B or whatever it is. And that's about it. They know the outcome of scenarios. But a lot of them, I don't think, know what the hell they're doing. Some of them might. I think most spirit guys don't know what the hell they're. I mean, they know you, but they don't. And that's kind of the connection I made with them today. Today, I just got frustrated with them. I don't think the guys know what the hell they're doing most of the time. Some do, most don't. I think we're more powerful than they are, actually. I mean, at least we're living this. What are they doing? Flying around. I mean, sometimes I've gotten messages from some people, intuitives, and some of the message from the guys are so like just low. It's like when I criticize the guys, they say you don't know what you're talking about. It's like, really? Of course they're going to say that. But it's like, what the hell do they know? I mean, they're just flying around doing nothing all day. Most of them don't have a body. They live in the AC and all that, and they don't sweat all day and look like crap, and they don't have any of that. So, how do they know? They have they're still growing up. That's what I'm getting from them. Of course, I've had guys snap at me from other people that I just have to piss them off. So that's pretty funny, actually. That's just, yeah, I'm like the spirit guide, drill sergeant, and they still screw up. I don't know. They just don't. It's like you ask for assistance, and I hit them hard. It's like, I'm tired of this shit. It's like, you got to help, and sometimes they do. But it's like, I just keep firing them, and you get tired of that. It's like, we all get tired of this shit. I mean, obviously the people aren't ready for the aliens, so we have to just wait for humanity to grow up. So until then, we get to, I don't watch the news, but politics are acting like kids, and everybody's acting, it's like the whole thing is just a big joke. It is. Obviously, when things turn to more of a positive, it'd be more unexciting. But then again, it's not that exciting right now. I mean, as fun as it might look like, it's not. I guess it depends on your perspective. I don't think it's funny at all. I just think it's shit. But whatever. I guess the realities I connect to, I think, are a lot more interesting than this one. I don't think I'm alone in that. I think others feel the same way. I feel like they can connect to a reality that can learn a lot and it'll be fascinating to be a part of. This place is just, it's like we're in somebody's attic. And you try to fix it up, make it look nice, and they still fuck it all up. So it's like, it's weird. It's not enough I'm trying to do that, but just get the mindset out of the gutter. Many aren't willing to do that. I don't blame them. It's the grass is greener, especially being controlled, manipulated by marriage and job situation. Obviously, you can't get out of a job situation, but obviously you can't. But I don't know. It's just yeah, his channeling gig is it wears on you. Was it that way? I mean, it's good to connect, and you want to connect more and more and more, and you see, no, the spirit world, nothing. It's like that's their delivery is a bunch of. I mean, they do stuff here and there. I don't know what it is, but they do something. I know they are. But a lot of us are like some kind of I don't know. change. Yeah, California on Fire is not the kind of change we're looking for. We've seen that movie. Like, how many times we got to keep seeing that? And the same thing with the hurricane situation. Same story there. You know, with the Bahamas getting beat up. It's like, I mean, obviously there's lessons to be learned there. But then once again, haven't we seen this movie? You know, there's the hurricane movie. So it'd be nice to, I mean, obviously all these events are connected to human consciousness. They're not ready to let it go. Even if they don't want to experience it, some of them are saying, I need to experience it. I understand that. But some of us are in places for whatever reason it is. We're doing jobs that nobody else wants to do. That's pretty much where I'm getting at all this. I mean, the channeling, I don't mind the channeling. I like that aspect of it, but it's still a rough gig in the long run. It's still hard. It just is. I mean, going to Disney, giving them the shaft is fun. That makes me feel good. I'm not trying to make it, you know, whatever it is, but try not to make us, you know, a show, you know, trying to disrupt anybody or anything like that. But at least that's one of the highlights. Yeah, it's just, of course, the messages can only be so much. It's only for a certain amount of people, not for everybody. And sometimes it's coded messages there. A lot of it's cryptic. I think majority of it is cryptic, actually, to be honest with you. Depending on how you look at it. So we are preparing for a change. This change hasn't arrived because, you know, we're here to, yeah, open up old vibrations that have been shut for such a long time. You know, Egyptian energies, the histories of the earth, Atlantis. Most of society is just not, you know, they're watching on TV, but they won't live it. And that's great and everything. Because you can live it if you want to. You know, was it Open Sesame or something like that? Or, you know, all the, I mean, yeah, we're in that time of like the magic age. I still got a long ways to go. Yeah, it feels 10 years about that. Maybe 9 years now, so it feels 10. Great. Yeah, it just feels like the infrastructure is being, it just, yeah, just the waiting stuff wears on you. That's all. But yeah, to do, I mean, most times I'd rather do the, you know, channelings for people and things like that and go to that job, but I guess I need a job to just filter out, you know, because I got pressures here and there, and you know, I needed to get my mind off of things. So I don't know, it's hard. It's hard all the way around. So basically, I mean, my channelings I connect to is basically to slowly change the mindset. It doesn't have to be entertaining or whatever it might be. It's just to change the mindset to, you know, multi dimensions. You know, little by little, not to add. I mean, I could probably connect to stuff that obviously there's still stuff I'm not allowed to connect with, but man is just not ready for a lot of change. Just basically, the idea is to, you know, change the direction of our reality. It's hard. So yeah, this has been a rare moment, rare weekend, you could say, of I guess some self-reflection. So yeah, we are healing. I'm healing, definitely. Well, I've had all these war lifetimes. I don't remember them. And I mean, like I said, this lifetime I didn't really have to incarnate here. I'm glad I am here. But of course, when you're here, you're yeah, it's hard. So, but a lot of this, I mean, like in my position, I don't care what the mainstream human thinks or any of that. And so, yeah, because the life structure is so hard, it pushes you harder to do this. If I had family, house, you know, everything was going great, doing this alien stuff probably won't work. It's like, why the hell I care about that? Life's doing good, whatever the hell it is. So doing this type of work, so when you don't have any of that, then nothing really easy. It's easier to put pressure on yourself to bring in the new vibrations, whatever it might be. You can say we're just keeping the door open for new entities, new energies, new timelines. I don't know my whole I don't know the whole situation of what I'm doing here. I mean, I don't have the full picture of it. I'm just told I'm here to bring in the aliens, even if I don't connect to them very often. I bring them in here and there. Let me get. I'm kind of tired of it all. I don't know. Just the aliens talking about how great it is over there. Grass is greener, but yeah, they talk about their world's all wonderful and everything. Are you sure about that? I'm not sure about that. You know, because there's a lot of people here that tell us, "Oh, life is wonderful and everything." A lot of them are full of shit. So, you know, and our world has a lot of other worlds. We have their grief, we have their problems, so they don't have to deal with it. So there's a lot of worlds like that that are connected to ours. Of course, I can't see it. Eventually, will. Okay, I think I've said enough. It's been long. It's not been an easy day. So, all right, that's it. You got retro is up tonight, so this will be up Monday, probably afternoon. So, not sure what I might name this, but I'll figure out something. All right, take care. Thank you for your support. Much love.